All right, so man, brother, we should be live now, man. We should be in the mix. We should be holding things down.
All right.
We got some Cowboys talk right now. I'm finna be in the mix, guys. Just give me about 15-20 seconds. And I got the 254 on the line. Let me know where you're from, how long you've been following the channel, and what are your thoughts on the wax right now.
All right. Say, man, I've been following the channel for about a couple of months. I YouTube you guys, and I started liking it, what you're saying. So I got on with you. I called you a few weeks ago when Vosh was running the line. But, yeah, man, my wax I got on right now is, you know, I seen Butler running all the way to the second half, you know, late in the game, you know, second quarter and so forth. And I've seen Noah Brown, he ran with the first team a little bit. Do you believe that Bryce Butler might be looking, Cowboys might be looking to trade him off a little bit?
Yes, indeed,
and
man.
Then,
it could be a scenario for that. Go ahead.
And then, you know, I told you a couple of weeks ago about Lewis Neal. He keep doing that thing, man.
The thing
he keeps showing up, you know?
Yeah, the thing is with Lewis Neal, man, he's hungry enough, man. And when you got somebody that's hungry, man, that just things that, shoot, if you hungry enough to be out there to do that, man, that's just what's it, man. Hold tight for me, man. Hold on. Let me make sure I get this thing going.
Q&A session has started. All participants are muted, and they can unmute themselves. Q&A session is over.
All right, so give me a few seconds, man. 254, right? 254, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me see how I can do this, man. I apologize extremely. Getting an echo on my end. Hotline. Look, I'm an amateur altogether at this. All right, so what was your thought again? You saying that the fact that they got Bryce Butler, maybe the possibility of trading him, and then you were talking about Byron Jones a little bit. So what you were saying now, brother?
Yeah, I think Butler might be looking to get traded because, you know, see what happened in Chicago with their injury to Murder, and, you know, somebody else might need a wide receiver too. And Cowboys, if they get rid of Butler, they can keep Noah Brown and Andy Jones. And about Byron Jones, I keep telling you, he never put no weight on. He still looked the same since we drafted him. And he grabbed too much when he tackled. You know, I used to play that safety down there in Texas. I know you got to come with the hitting. You can't be grabbing people. And I think we're gonna play a team. It's gonna show up.
I mean, it's been showing up on tape, the angles and the pursuit that Byron Jones take. It's just one of those things. Now, me personally, I think that Noah Brown will be a better suit for us in the long run. So if possible, if a team want to take that risk of trading for Bryce Butler, not a non-proven commodity, they're going to be trading for something that's like, quote unquote, an upside per se.
Right.
So, I mean, what in return we would get for him, though, you know, something like that.
And then, hey, I'm looking for anything. A draft pick, maybe even an offensive lineman. You know, just about anything, as long as we can use it. And basically, looking at a draft pick.
I mean, that's good thoughts, then, man. That's a good question. That's a good scenario as far as draft pick, looking for something like that. But collectively, if you go that route, if you're trying to get, because we loaded with draft pick guy, yeah, you know. So
right.
if we go that route, and if we try to squeeze out more draft pick, then it may be more of the same. I think that we need an explosive player. We need somebody who's going to be formidable enough to be on this defensive side. Now, as far as the Byron Jones of the world, maybe it'd take him an actual live game when he's playing and getting his repetition out there, and he can take a better pursuit of tackling. Now, he found himself in the right position to be able to take the tackle. But my only reservation with him is, like you say, he kind of tackle upright. He's a little grabby, and he sometimes can be over pursued on the angles. But that's a good call, man. Yes. Good conversation with that, brother. You know.
All right, I appreciate you, love. Keep up the good work, man. Look forward to hearing. Hey, I look forward to hearing from you down there in Texas, man. I'm right down the street. I'm in Waco, south of Dallas, 100 miles, baby.
No doubt, brother. Hey, when I get down there, I'm gonna try to take Texas over and out. I'm gonna try to take it all the way I can.
Hey, you can't take us by storm.
I'm gonna try.
You can't take us by storm. We already took by storm. Have a good one, brother.
You too, my brother. Be good, man.
All right.
Peace.
You too.
All right.
Peace.
All right, so next we got on the line. I'm trying to work this thing out, man. We got the 817 in the house, man.
Oh
817,
yeah.
What's up, man? What's up, man? Tell me how long you've been following the channel, your name, and all that good stuff, and what's your thoughts?
Well, my name Emmanuel, and I've been following you for a year or 2 years. And I've been watching you, you're really on the Cowboys, you're really focused on the defense, on the offense, and I like that.
Appreciate
I like
it,
how
man.
you show us what's good about our defense and offense. But the question was, how do you think our defense is going to do with the corners and the defensive line?
Most certainly, man. It's all about repetition. And when you go out there and you being able to be focused enough to be able to have that repetition, be able to see plays more than once. There's an old scouting term. If you have a rookie on your team, you can count that as a loss. At least one game that a rookie would equate to one loss. But now this day and time, the way these teams are playing with Rod Marinelli flying out to the ball, it could be a possibility that these rookies can get their hand on the ball. So the possible thing is that's why what's this guy? Will McClay picked guys from a bigger school. So hopefully that can translate to the I'm not scared to be out here on the field type of situation. So this is what I'm looking for as far as the Cheeto Bay Awuzies and the Jordan Lewises of the worlds and the Xavier Woods to step it up. But we have yet to see anything out there on the field. So those are things I still have reservation on. The front line, the defensive line looks hungry. They look ready. Even our linebacking core looks decent enough to be formidable enough because we got number 50 out there in the general. We got the general out there. He doing his thing. And then we have Jalen Smith out there doing his thing too as well, if he can get his player legs up under him. So what other thoughts you have as far as this team altogether?
Yes, I think Louis Neal, is that his name, the defensive tackle or defensive lineman?
66, yeah.
I think he's gonna make the team. He has fast, quick hands. He be, pushing the lineman out the way, and he be getting to the quarterback like against the Raiders.
Oh yeah, he can get skinny and get up the field, and that's what I like to see. His ability to get small and get up the field. Now he's only 6 foot, 5'11", give or take, on a good day, right? So, yeah. but he's quick enough to get to the kind of mind you of a Jay Ratliff, a poor man's Jay Ratliff at this point. Not calling him a Jay Ratliff, but he kind of reminds you, fit the motif of a Jay Ratliff. So if we can get Jay Ratliff type of production from him, it'll be a plus. But he's giving number 74, the guy that's wearing Bob Lilly's number, a run for his money. So hopefully we can see him out there making plays out there against the Giants week 1.
Yeah, one more question, and then that'll be it. What you call it? Do you think Chidobe or Woozy is gonna be, playing week 1 starting, or like he'll come off the, second string?
I mean, it's plausible, right? Plausible. If he can get his player legs up under him, and if coaching staff can trust him, because the last thing that we want is that Eli Manning pass one of those ill-advised passes and get the ball upfield. They got tremendous, and I mean tremendous, type of wide receivers out there, with the Sterling Shepards of the worlds and the Brandon Marshalls of the worlds. We do know that that number 13 is
they might not play.
Yeah, they might not play, but we can't trust what we hear out there on the streets, man. These guys are trying to get out there to win, so we can't trust what we hear out in the streets. I see it. We would know for sure the week of the game, like the day before the game, whether or not these guys are going to be out there. But we got to play. We got to put our mindsets together like they're going to be out there on the field. If that makes any sense. Do
you think Jalen Smith's going to get more playing time since Anthony Hitchens got hurt?
Most certainly. We play a lot of nickel, right? So look for the combination package of Lee, General Lee out there, and Jalen. But we still can't discount Wilson. I think they're going to push his trial date all the way out to October. They give us a lot of longitude and latitude. And Durant, he's not going to play all 60 snaps. So he's going to give you a good 35 or 40 snaps in a game. But by us playing a lot of nickel, he might get 25 or 30, give or take,
Yeah, so what about our safeties? Xavier Woods. I think he's really good. He really has good vision. He be knowing where the ball's going, and he can tackle good. Like another J.J. Wilcox.
Yeah, if you guys go back and look at my scouting tape on Xavier Woods, he plays with a lot of instincts. In order to be formidable enough out there playing with a lot of instincts, you got to get out there and play, right? You got to get adjusted to the game speed. I think that he's a whole lot better J.J. Wilcox, although he's a little smaller than J.J. Wilcox. But he plays with that tenacity to getting out to the angles. He plays a better angle than Byron Jones right now at this point. But we got to see this out there on the field. So that's the only thing that only tape we got so far is the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah, well, I'm really liking what Taco's doing. He's really going against the defensive lineman and Demontre Moore.
Yeah, man. The thing is with Taco, and I still have my reservation on him. And like I said, the kid right now is doing what he needs to do out there in preseason. But we need to see this against the Giants. We need to see this against the actual Denver Broncos of the world. We need to see this against the Cardinals and the LA Rams. If Taco can do those type of things out there on the field, this guy might make not rookie of the year, but he might make the Pro Bowl his first year if he can get 7 to 8 sacks just off the name of being on the Cowboys. So if Rob Marinelli is able to get him to play like that during the regular season, then look for his name to be called.
Oh, well, appreciate it. It was a good talk. I'm so glad that I got to talk to you about football, I wanted to ask you like a long time ago, but since you already did this, that's why I had to call you. And hopefully you come down to Dallas one day, come see the Cowboys or something.
Yeah, man, I got the Packers game circled on my calendar, so look for me then. If not, look for me to tailgate and things of that nature, okay?
All right, I'll see you at the tailgate. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for calling in to the nation, man. Salute.
You too.
All right, guys. That's what I like to hear, man. I like to hear people that think like me, that loves the Cowboys, not just like the Cowboys, but out there on the field and like to do these things out here. Do we have another caller? This is the 817. What's up?
Hello.
Salute to you, man. What's going on? How long you been following the channel? Just state what your question is and all that good stuff, all wrapped in one.
Do you know me? It's not Jalen Smith or the formerly regular Jalen Smith. Not actually literally Jalen Smith, but I've been following a few months now. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I fell in love with your content. That first video I saw. I don't remember which one it was, but I just remember instantly subscribing because, stuff was great. So I saw roster talk, and I instantly clicked on the stream because that's like my favorite thing to talk about. Who's going to make the team, who's better than who, and what's going down on the depth charts. Mm-hmm. And so I personally am more of a defensive-minded person. Mm-hmm. I'm passionate about defense and offense. And with the D-line and like the 8 or 9 guys that we have that could play different ways and different things, I was wondering who you think would be our 4 guys that will go out there first snap of week 1.
I mean, Rob Marinelli plays so much rotational piece, but week 1, I had to have D-Law out there. Of course, shout out to the Law name. D-Law is going to be out there. Of course, you're going to have McClain. He's going to be out there in the mix. We got some suspension, so I think Benson Mayowa may be the other guy on the other end. I just have to wait and see how that's going to transpire out. And then don't sleep on Stephen Pyer. I think him and McClain can rotate between the 3 and the 1 tech. So those are the guys that I have out there. Then on the second wave, of course, you have the Taco Charltons of the world, and And of course, the Montre Moore is still gone, and then you have your Thornton coming in, and who else we got? Neal. He's going to make. I think that he's going to make this team. Just judging it off of what he can play. Just to have fast burst, good feet, man, and just get small and will get skinny and get to the quarterback.
Yeah, man. Pia, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I was so happy when we signed him because I remember what he could do with the Bears with Marinelli in a 4-3, and that was kind of his prime. And after that, he just went to the dumps of the Redskins and the Browns, and now he's back here, and he's been showing flashes in training camp. He's been working with the best line in the league, and dudes like Malik Collins. And so he's only getting better from here. And of course, Rob Marinelli is, pushing him to be the best. I'm really psyched for him, and I'm really ready for him to play.
We got to be, because in a glass prism of things, right? If you can collapse that pocket, you can just get that quarterback off his marker, and that makes the whole secondary. I believe you build from the base on out. So if you got Stephen Paya and you got Collins, who going to demand the double team? Then you have your rookies like the Taco Charlton, who I'm seeing what Rod Marinelli did with this guy is his get off. If anybody look at anything else, he don't have the quote unquote the swim move down, but he have the spin move down. He can get small in a way with his long frame. But the thing that the process of growth that I see with Taco Charlton is his get off the ball. You see. So now that he got to get off, now I can see, okay, maybe we can get a 7 to 8 sack from this guy. And then you can only close your eyes and imagine what David Irvin's going to be when you align them two side by side, or you put one on both of the opposite side. Now you got two long, lengthy, rangy guys, and the pocket is collapsing within itself. So this defensive front, believe it or not, call us crazy, but this defense can be top 10. If the secondary is able to get their hands on the ball,
Yeah, and it's especially what you mentioned with those double teams, because Collins, in my personal opinion, and good fight with DeMarcus Lawrence, is like probably our top 2 or 3 defensive linemen right now. So he's going to demand a double team. So if we have him on double team and 4 other guys on 4 other linemen, then you can send Chidobe or Woods on a little nickel blitz. And they're coming down and they're getting at a quarterback in about 2 seconds. And he's got nowhere to throw that ball. As long as he's got pressure, then he's going to throw a wild pass. If Byron Jones can, show a flash every once in a while and get up there, you know what happens next.
Yes, indeed. And don't sleep on Skandrick. He's doing his thing out there and just being a savvy vet. But before we wrap this up, man, anything else you want to get off your chest and mind?
Not necessarily. I think McFadden should be the running back for the 6 weeks. And I also, about the wide receivers, I heard you and that one dude talking about, we have a heck of a lot of depth, and a lot of teams don't. So like Mark Holmes said in his recent video, we might be expecting a trade, and we might be seeing something coming in the near future.
Yeah, that would work, because where we have plenty, we need help on defense. So that could be a possibility or a scenario, man. Salute to you, man. Thank you for joining in to the nation, okay?
Yep, you too. Keep it up.
Peace. That's what I'm talking about. I love to hear stuff like that, guys. Somebody who can, can bring the thunder like that, Tell me where they from and all that good stuff. Who else we have out here in the mix? I have the 830. What's up, fam?
What's up, Lost?
What's going on, man? Tell me how
Can
long
you hear me
you
real
following
good?
the channel. Yeah, I can hear you pretty good, man.
All right. Cool. I've been following the channel for about a year now. Real big fan of the show. I like the videos you got going on the just breaking down plays and showing all the goods and the bads. So one thing I wanted to cover with you is I'm not a real big fan. I haven't caught on to maybe Lance Lenore taking our punt returns, and I know it's just preseason, but who do you like in that position as far as taking back punt returns and kickoff returns? Because I like Lance Lenore as a receiver, and not so much as a punt returner. Even though he receives the balls real good, he doesn't drop them. But as far as getting us maybe 3-4 touchdowns for punt returns, or as far as kickoff returns.
The deal is with the Lance Lenore, that's not his cup of tea. Now, maybe he just said, hey, to make the team, I want to do the punt returns or the kickoff returns. And maybe they said, okay, he got the best hands out of everybody out there. So my thing is Ryan Switzer position. That's who I really want to see out there on the field. Lance Lenore is like a year too soon out there. I believe deep down in my heart is that he needs another year. So maybe you can probably sneak him on the practice squad, And the reason why I say the Noah Brown of the worlds make this team, because you just can't coach. You just can't go and create size. This guy got size. He looks like Dez out there. I had to look twice to see whether or not that's number 88 or that's 85. So that's the thing that we have with these wide receivers. So
yeah,
in a glass bubble or in glass prism, I would say the wide receiver that showed the most promise this whole preseason, believe it or not, is Lance. He caught the most touchdowns out of his contemporaries, but he just don't have the size. He don't have the physical tenacity. He just don't have those things. Now, like, he's my pet cat, but he just don't be that. He's not that explosive guy. Now, the guy that's privileged out of the whole scenario is, believe it or not, is Ryan Switzer. Because we don't know. Ryan Switzer can look like Lance Lenore out there on punt returns on a college level, well, on the NFL level. He can look like that. We don't know. We can only speculate and hear what the coaches are saying out there on the field. Or or Ryan Switzer can be like Tyreek Hill. It's just one of those fickle processes, man.
Yeah, yeah. I really, the one person I don't want to see back there taking back punt returns is Dez Bryant.
Only in the playoffs, man. That's the only time I would like to see that. If the game is on the line, then you throw Dez out there.
Oh yeah, definitely, but definitely not during the season. And him getting caught in the leg or anything like that, man, that'd just be a nightmare all in itself. So, but another thing I wanted to talk to you about was, do you think our special teams are looking pretty good as far as what you've seen so far in preseason?
I mean, special teams has been getting the pass for the last 2 or 3 years, because now you got kickoff returns going into the end zone, and now as far as special teams, we just really don't have a guy that can take it to the house, on kickoff returns. Now, hopefully, as far as punt returns, maybe, like I said, Ryan Switzer can do something, bring us some flavor, flip the field, give us a small field for Dez to Dak to Dez combination. That would be nice if Dak Prescott can start from the 50 and the 40 on our side. That would be a plus, because we didn't have that luxury in years, So if that can happen, man, that would be a plus for this team. You'll see a whole different type of team out there. But neither here nor there, I still deep down in my heart think that this team can average 31 to maybe 34 points a game. That's not Homer. Homer. This is what I really see, and people can see that from the first preseason game and the second and third.
Right. And do you see Rico Gathers making the 53-man roster?
I can see they doing some type of cheesy way of putting them on IR, so they won't take a hit from that player, just sneaking them on the roster, and then just trying to bring them up and elevate them up through the middle of the season. Because we had a fickle process, because we do know what Swaim can do with Dak Prescott. We do know that 84 is a better blocker than anybody out there. He's a better blocker than my guy Jason Witten, old reliable.
Right.
But and then old reliable is just catching the ball up the middle, doing Jason Witten type of thing. So it's just one of those type of things that, whereas how much roster space are you willing to give up to have too many tight ends out there?
Right. Yeah. Too many weapons and not enough spots on the team, right?
Right.
Wish we can get.
The thing is with this team altogether, I really want us to do like a gamble move. One gamble move. The gamble move will be go with 2 quarterbacks. You know, go with Dak Prescott, go with Cooper Rush, and just say, hey, Kellen Moore, you know, I see you coaching in your future. You know, let's just go ahead and let the best 53 be out there on the field. Let's remove all politics. You know.
Yes, sir. Let's get it this year, man. I really want to. Man, I think we're set up to get far this year, and I hope you know, Jason Garrett kind of looks at a little bit of last year, and you know, I don't blame him at all for losing us against the Green Bay game, but we could have done a little bit of better coaching on that game. But I hope we get far this year, man. And I'm calling out here from Broncos, Texas. Big fan of the show.
Appreciate it.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. We really appreciate it. Keeping up with the Cowboys, and let's go get it this year, bro.
Yes, man, no doubt. Keep riding the wave with me all the way to the top, fam. I appreciate you, man. Salute. I always call in, man, and I'll try to pick you up, man.
All right, appreciate it, man. Take it easy.
Peace, brother. Peace. Yes, man. I love good calls, man. That's a good call, man. Let's see who else we have in the mix. Let's dive around to the let me end this call, and we're gonna move around to the 8-3 to the 2. Salute to you, man. Thank you for calling in to the nation. State your name, how long you've been following the channel, and things of that nature. Salute to you, brother. What's up,
Mom? Oh, this is Conrad. Been following probably since 2015, and I looked at your recent videos, and I really liked them. I like how you break down all the film and stuff. So I'm sorry if I'm going to nerd out right now because I can't believe I'm talking to you.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you calling in. You bringing the flavor to the nation, man. What's up, man? What you got on your mind?
Oh, and this is the dude that has the Superman Cholo 66 guy. I changed my name so you can pronounce it right, too.
Cholo. Well, appreciate it. You know, appreciate it.
Okay. My question is, like, how do you think the defensive line and the secondary is going to work out later on in the years? Do you think they're going to mesh well together? Because, I mean, it looks like there's a bunch of talent on there with Cheeto, Xavier, and Taco. No.
I think you're going to... Yeah, that's a good question. That's a damn good question there. Collectively, I think that this defense is going to be kind of sort of not like last year, right? It's going to be more like a poor man's 2014 defense, when it was a new philosophy added to this defense, whereas they run and grind the clock out, and they just make plays on the ball. Now, although 2014 had a lot of turnovers versus last year's defense, I really think that these younger guys are going to be able to put their hands on the ball and get out to the ball. They're going to be growing pains, but the glory and the beauty of it is that we playing the Giants first week. But we do know that Eli Manning likes to give gifts. So
yes, he does. He likes to throw those idiot reads. And like, I went to the game, the Raiders and Cowboys game. It looked like the secondary was, shutting down Cooper and Crabtree.
They were aggressive in the face. I saw that.
Yeah, with Anthony Brown I really like Anthony Brown too, because
no doubt, man, Anthony Brown is doing next level type of things. My only reservation is I didn't like the pursuit and the angle that Byron Jones took, and that could be just like say growing pains, jitters. I don't know, maybe he need more repetition out there,
And some of these starters are getting burnt too, and I'm not liking that. Like Heath and Byron, and I like Byron, but he got burnt a couple times. He was playing the same.
He did.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I would say is that we played the Raiders in the middle of the week, right? In the middle of the year, I meant to say. And you don't want to show all your hands, It's a preseason game. You don't want to scout up a guy and say, okay, this is what he does in this particular situation, 3rd and long or 3rd and short. You don't want to show your hand. So that's the only reason why I wasn't really upset. But you can still look at the individual players. You can see the number 66 kid get off. You can see the process. Number 71, La'el Collins did. Although he got, quote unquote, I don't think it was a hole, but he got beat around to the side, and he plays with an aggressive mindset. And we can see those small things, So my thing is, although we're going to probably be without Zeke the first few games, I want to see Rod Smith behind the number one offensive line, you know, so that they, because I believe it or not, our running back core is going to set up for this defense.
And I don't really know who to start for like those 6 games for suspension, because I mean I'm liking McFadden, but then there's Alf, and then Rod Smith looks pretty nice. Like a kid in a candy store, you don't know which one to pick.
I mean, they both, you know, when I can break down like the weaknesses, like if we want to be not a contrarian, but number 46 doesn't have the get off speed, right? But he have better vision.
Yeah, he does. He's pretty
better
slow,
vision.
but he got that strength.
Right, he had better vision than McFadden, right? And then McFadden, a feather can fall on his.
McFadden looks like he's stumbling all the time.
Right, McFadden runs straight up. A feather can fall on his shoulder pad. He's going down, you know. So believe it or not, the best all-around back is just sitting back there in the third string, you know, Rod Smith.
Yeah,
I think that Rod Smith is a better running back than the two.
Yeah, I've heard that somebody said that Rod Smith looks like Marion Barber out there. I can kind of see it. And Marion Barber was a pretty tough back. And he could run. He wouldn't fall down without like 4 or 5 guys trying to tackle him.
Let me tell you this though. Can you imagine if you can close your eyes and just count to 10 and relax? And can you imagine Marion Barber behind this particular offensive line?
He'd be amazing. And then, like, if you imagine the 20-year-old Roma that wouldn't get injured behind this offensive line, then that'd be amazing.
Hey man, you preaching to the choir now, man. Oh my God, you know.
I wish they did this a little earlier.
I mean, salute to Will McClay, man. We just didn't have him on the roster, you know.
And you imagine DeMarcus Ware with his defense. I mean, maybe his elder leadership role would probably, you know, make Taco and D-Law with, you know, the defensive line and the linebacking core would be good. And I didn't think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think DeMarcus Ware played with Sean Lee for a little while.
Just a smidget, I think. Sean Lee kept getting injured, but I mean, if you got brains behind the defensive side of the ball, because let's just call a spade a spade. The smartest person out there on the field right now is Sean Lee on the defense. They can call the plays and just have that cognitive memory of what's going on. If you go back to the last year game, look at the 49er game. He was calling out the plays, man. This guy's just amazing out there. The cognitive.
And I see that in Jalen Smith too, because when they took out Sean Lee, put Jalen Smith in the preseason game, this dude was making tackles every day.
No doubt, man. And that's what I like to see out there, man. If like I say, if you can have we play a lot of nickel. You have Sean Lee, you have Jalen Smith out there. Even at Jalen Smith at 85% is kind of better than like probably 70% of the NFL league out there. So hopefully, man, this guy can just get that foot together, and then we're just gonna be sit back and sipping on Kool-Aid for the rest of the year. You know, saying okay, let's snap our tickets to Minnesota. You know.
Yeah. But who are you most worried for the division? I know the Eagles are apparently under the radar. They say they are. I'm kind of. I mean, I'm not scared of the whole division because Eli Manning. I'm not scared of him.
All right.
Kirk Cousins. That's nothing to worry about. But Eagles look pretty dangerous.
Well, the thing is with the Eagles, what they need to worry about is none of their wide receivers can get separation. Number 17 is another poor man's Keyshawn Johnson. We can say
I like
the other guys.
He looked pretty good in Chicago.
Yeah, he did look good in Chicago. So did a lot of players back in those days, you know. So it's been many moons since then, you know. Now, I'm not saying that the Eagles are somebody to sneeze at. No, that's not the scenario, because I kind of like Carson Wentz a little bit, just to be honest with everything. And I like their running back core, but they look slow and lethargic out there now. So it's only preseason. We don't know for sure how everything's going to drum out. I can say right now the Redskins is not nothing to worry about, because they took away his weapons. I think that out of the division, this guy
took away Jackson.
Right, it took away him, and he had that guy number 8, Kirk Cousins, had the strongest arm in this particular division. Can you agree with that? His arm itself is strong.
I can agree with that, but I think his mindset was like a little slow on the football IQ.
There you go. So he don't have the mental. He don't look. he kind of reminds you of a poor man's Troy Aikman. Far as you can say that he don't have the accuracy though, you know, and somebody can argue me up and down, but the field, but not saying that they both.
He caught Redskins week 2 last year, so with an interception that could have won him the game too. So
right, so he's like Troy Aikman with a stronger arm, but with Eli accuracy, you know, and that's who Kirk Cousins is, man. So any final words before we let you go from the nation, man?
Yeah, the punt return, kick return, what are we going to do with that? Like, Lenore, like what the other guy said, and like how you said, like, it's preseason, so what if Switzer looks like that?
Yeah, we don't know. It's a conundrum. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, another question is, what's your favorite basketball team and baseball team, if you have one?
Oh, man. Believe it or not, man, you know, I know a lot of people going to get mad at me, but I'm a Laker fan. You know, I've been a diehard Laker fan since the early 80s. I never jumped to the Michael Jordan era, so it's just been one of those teams that I always rooted for, regardless of come hell or high water. And my team is the Cowboys. So I know a lot of people say Cowboys, Lakers, you guys are bandwagons, but I'm from Mississippi, so who the hell you want me to root for? You know.
Yeah. Cowboys, Spurs, Rangers for me. Your Lakers kind of the Detroit Monsters a little bit.
Yeah, right. And hey, man, I like the Rangers, man. You know. And I like the Dallas Stars too as well, you know, as far as the local team. So yeah, man, so that's my team, guys. Sue me if you don't like me, you know, right?
I know, like, how you feel in Dallas, like, since you're living there now?
Oh man, Plano area looks very nice. Where I was at this past weekend was very nice, man. Nice bar, nice eatery. You know, one thing else outside of that, everything else looks good, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Salute, man. Thank you for joining in to the nation, man. Call back anytime, brother.
Thank you for having me too, man.
No really doubt, man. Thank you guys, man, for joining in to the nation.
And man, viva los Cowboys for my Latino people out there.
Viva los Cowboys. Hola.
Yeah.
Mucho elegante. Yeah. Whatever that means. All right, brother. Peace.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Yeah.
918, man. Salute to you, man. Thank you for joining in to the nation, man. Tell me how long you've been following the channel, where you're from, and let me know what's on your mind, what type of flavor you want to bring to the station.
Hello? Yeah, I just want to make sure you can hear me.
Yeah, man. You loud and clear, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's your boy Hirsch. I've been following the channel for I'd say, well, the week, what was it, the week that we played Cincinnati last year?
Oh, man, don't make me lie to him. That's the game. Zeke just took it to the house, boy. I told you I could cook 0 to 60 real quick.
Yeah, but, yeah, like I've been seeing you on my recommendation, and I just, you know, I even tried, one time I saw you like a long time ago, and like I tried to find your channel again, but I forgot your name. And I saw you again, so I just hit subscribe because, you know, I mean, your stuff's pretty good. But anyways, I know we got a lot of questions on defense, but the place that, you know, I feel that we're pretty strong at defensive tackle. That's one of our strengths now.
That's our strength, man. That defensive tackle is
rotation. Good. Yeah, I mean, just imagine, what's his name, Malik Collins and Stephen Pius, because one of them's always penetrating the gap, and Brian Broaddus on DallasCowboys.com even said that that during the dress rehearsal they were looking pretty good, and the middle of that defensive line, no one can run up that. It's gonna be similar to last year, I think. I just want your take on that.
Man, to get off on the ball is superb. We all know Stephen Paya is a sound technician guy. I think I did a scouting review on him, and he can get upfield. It's just going to be a travesty if somebody's just going to try to single any one of those guys, because they're going to bring in pressure to get the quarterback off his marker. And the thing is, when you look at the game itself, and you can see it really good, I might do a preview or a film breakdown or a film session per se on how they move the line of scrimmage back, you know. And those are things that I like to see, is the Paya Collins combination, and then you add the rotational piece of maybe you slide in a number 66, or you kick when my guy David Irving gets off of the PED deal, kick him to the inside, and who knows what Tyron Crawford, he might blossom if he can just stay playing the 3 versus trying to play out to the edge. So we have a strong piece of rotation coming in, and that's why I say you still can't run on this team. The weak man out to me is number 92. Believe it or not, Thornton kid, he's the weakest guy on that line.
Thornton, Thornton, yeah. And I think on any other team, he'll be a pretty solid asset too.
Yeah, believe it or not, he'll be solid on any other team, And this is not us talking to Homer. This is what we see with our eyes, You see the same thing I see. They kick the guards. They kick the center back, And Stephen Paya, he's wide. Him talking about this guy, he's no more than a 5'11", 6'1" or 2 or what have you. Well, not 6'2", but
300 pounds.
Right, and he can just get off. His get off is just what I like to see the most. And then Collins gonna do his thing, and the person on the outside could eat.
He's a rolling trash can.
A rolling trash can, man, just full of bricks, not dirt. He full of bricks, man.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yes, indeed. So, anything else on your mind, man? What's on your heart, man?
No, man. I'm just excited for week 1 against the Giants. I really want to see how it is without Zeke. Mm-hmm. And actually, I'm just waiting for the 29th because that's when Zeke's appeal.
Well, our best case scenario will be maybe Zeke get 2 games, right? The NFL is playing such a PR game, whereas they're not going to say, okay, we're going to let this guy walk free. If he does, it's just all gravy for us. But I want to see come week 1, I want to see Rod Smith behind his number 1 offensive line. I think he's fast enough. He got strength. He got this intimidation size. So I just want to see him behind the ones, for crying out loud,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he hasn't been behind that one at all, has he?
He have not, So if we see this behind, it kind of like, now we know we don't want to see Cooper Rush behind the ones because we already know we got Dak Prescott. But it's kind of sort of like if you seeing and imagine Cooper Rush doing this behind the 2s and the 3s and occasionally 4s, what have you, then what can he do behind the 1s? That's how I look at it,
Because no one else could do it behind the 1. You got veterans like Mark Sanchez, who's been in the league and they couldn't get it done. And then you got an undrafted free agent. He's doing phenomenal with a 3rd string or 2nd string.
Oh yeah.
And,
no doubt.
It's impressive.
So
I like the system.
The system is going to be fantastic for us all together.
Yeah.
So, any closing remarks before we run?
No, man. I just love what you do, man. Just keep it coming. You're gonna blow up. You already did blow up. 2017 has been a good year for you, man.
Fantastic, man. I appreciate it, man. Salute to that, man, and thank you for calling in to the nation.
Man, no problem.
Salute, brother. All right, guys, we got some more callers in the mix. Let me see who I have here. I have, let me see who in the next pecking order. 214. 214, man. How long you been following the channel and what's going on, man? What's on your mind?
That's my nation. This is how about the Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? The best name on YouTube, brother.
I've been following on you guys. I think YouTube this summer. I think I wasn't there like last season, but this summer I'm kind of more interested.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for calling in. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, did you guys talk about the Stafford deal he got? I mean, I'm kind of a little shocked, but then kind of not surprised. But I mean, they had to take him because they don't have anybody to replace him. But I mean, it's kind of too much. But as for Cowboys, I talked about Beasley possibly getting traded. Now, the only reason why is because I don't know if they're going to be able to keep him with Dak and Zeke playing this well. They have to figure out a way to keep them. Now, I think that
they probably won't trade him because Switzer hasn't played. But if he plays well, I'm just saying like it's a possibility. But I think they'll keep him. But as for the team, I think they look really good, and I hope they do well.
Yeah. We all hoping and wishing. You know, the thing is with hope, you know, you want to be able to see the things that you can grow on, and if you don't have things you can grow on, you really lose hope. So my thing is with this, the Cowboys will be taking a drastic step back if they try to trade or get rid of Cole Beasley. He's the catalyst of the team. If anybody does their research or look up any information, who led the team in receiving or reception last year with Cole Beasley, he's always open. He's 7-11 to me. I just think the team won't do that type of deal because you got a known commodity. The thing that we know about Ryan Switzer is that he's an intangible situation right now. We don't know what he brings to the table. We don't know if he can stay healthy. We don't know whether or not he's going to be able to be formidable to the NFL speed. So I don't see the direction of this team skating out. Cause didn't they recently sign Cole Beasley to a deal?
They did, but I'm worried. 2 years left. I'm afraid they might overpay him. That's why I also considered it.
Overpay him. I think Cole Beasley may have a humble beginning, man. He may have a humble mindset where he's not gonna ask for that type of money. Hopefully, you know.
No, but yeah, I guess that's fine. But it'd be like a contract extension or something. I'd be okay with that. I get that. That's why.
Now, this is the thing here, and that's a good question. How about them Cowboys? HBTC. Go follow his channel. The thing is with that, if Cole Beasley balls out, right, if he does like 90 catches and just have one of these for spectacular years, then myself, I would go to Cole Beasley and extend him right then and there, you know. But on the flip side, if you have like a mediocre year and then Ryan Switzer blossom, then I'll quote unquote turn to the handbooks of the Patriots of the world, you know. I'll see if I can dangle a trade out from there or cut him, you know, or try to get rid of him, you know. At that point, that's only if he has a less spectacular year. But I don't see that happening because that guy's hungry. He's 7-11. He's hot sauce everywhere. But that's just my thoughts on it, man. What else you have on the table for that? What you have reservations on? What are your thoughts on, man, as far as the defense? And
Hopefully, I can't wait to see him play against Foster, so he can finally be happy to see why the Cowboys hopefully got it right over Foster. I hope they got it right. So.
Man, you've been riding me on this Taco versus Foster thing.
Coming up, everything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my thing is this, you know, Taco may do well, you know. Anybody who plans out to the edges, because you got the Lee Collins of the world, you have Stephen Paya. Then you can, when my guy gets back, David Irving gets back, you kick him into the inside. Excuse me. And then you can maybe add the Tyron Crawford by him playing quote unquote just a 3 this year, maybe to create some type of pressure. So we'll see, man. Only time will tell. We'll know more in the middle of the season, and just put a placeholder on that. Maybe we can call each other in the middle of the season, get things going about the Taco scenario.
Okay. Yeah. One more thing. Do you think the Cowboys bring another linebacker? I think they will. With Hitchens hurt, even though I thought it was going to be ACL. Luckily, about 8 weeks, but I still think they'll bring in somebody.
They may entertain somebody. Darryl Washington's of the world. We got 53 guys. 37 guys is going to be out there on the market. So hopefully, somebody they can pick up somebody veteran. Somebody's going to get rid of a veteran guy.
He said he retired. That's what Mike Fisher said, but I don't know who believes him. But that's what he said in his article or something. He retired, but I don't get that, but I don't know.
Money makes a lot of things change, man. Money and opportunity.
He could unretire.
Right. If somebody call me now, I'm saying, okay, I'm going to strap it up. Yeah, man. So anything else before we run, man? What's going on, man? Anything else before you leave the nation?
Just not much. Just trying to go on my YouTube channel and just Twitter and everything else and then I also have followed you guys on Instagram. So I'm trying to grow my channel nice and slowly, and hopefully like get more content, because you guys motivate me to like put stuff out there. You do Mark Holmes, Law Nation, like everybody else. So.
Yeah, no doubt, man. All right, so Prelit, salute to my brother from the 214. How about them Cowboys? All right, next we have on the phone. Let me clear that out. Go follow his page. Go follow his content. He's a diehard Cowboy fan, like we all in the chat box. The 407 is next. I appreciate it. I like you guys giving us a call in, man. 407, man. How long you been following the channel? What's on your mind?
What's up, Long Nate?
What's up, brother?
Hey, this is my Cowboys family.
My Cowboys family, my brother from another mother. What's going on, man? What's on your mind? What reservations you have?
Today we were discussing some stuff on over on my channel over there. My fiance and I were discussing about the whole Rico Gather situation, and that's something that's really concerning in the sense that I'm hearing he's going to be going on IR, possibly missing the whole year. I know that with Hitchens going on the IR, he's going on the DTR, so he's designated to return. So he'll be back, obviously with the injury middle of the year. But my question is, with Rico, do we risk him doing that? I mean, is that something worth it to do with as well with Duke Thomas? I mean, I don't think he's worth that spot necessarily. And the other guys like Jordan Lewis. I mean, I don't think he's going to go on the injured list, but he'll be on the inactive on week 1. So just wanted to know your thoughts on that, more specifically on the Rico Gathers situation, but all these guys that are injured.
Injury is a part of the game, but we got to know some type of, just like if you trade in stock, you got to know what the commodity is about. And the best thing you can do about that commodity is look at the trends. And at this point, these are all new currencies. We don't know what Jordan Lewis's of the world is going to do. We don't know what a Rico Gather is going to do. We saw a preview of it in the preseason, and anybody else who's on the injury that's been a rookie, we just don't know. So those are unknown, quote unquote,
we should do with those guys then?
Well, what we should do, they trying to squeeze the roster out with Rico Gather. They're trying to squeeze that out because they know for sure he's not going to make it through the waiver wires. They know that,
Exactly.
So,
right.
Now the Lewis kid, he just may not be ready. He plays aggressive. He plays, like I said, when I did his scouting review and things of that nature, he's a little grabby, and you can grab people in college all day. And even twice on Saturdays.
Yeah, NFL's not the same though, yeah.
But in NFL, you got guys who crafty enough, who's strong, bigger, just have that size, that girth to get off and get good release. So it took Patrick Peterson, man, a minute to be able to be top. It took him about week 6 or 7 if you go back and look at his rookie tape. So and we know that Jordan Lewis, although we love him, he's not a Patrick Peterson coming out of college.
Yeah, no, I agree. And that's the thing, too, I wanted to speak on was the fact that we're going to have so many of these guys, think about it, on suspension, 2 games, 4 games, maybe Zeke 6 games. We're going to also have injuries, Hitchens, Tyrone Carver should be back. But I'm just saying that some other guys might be put on there like Lewis. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to put on an injured list, but they're going to be on an inactive list. So my question is, with all these spots opening up, people like Noah Brown make the team. People, of course, Cooper Rush makes the team. People like, I'm trying to think, like our defensive line, our offensive line, guys of depth. Who do we? That's going to open up some spots at least temporarily until these guys have to come back. Then we got to make some real calls, like with Alfred Morris and when Zeke comes back and other things. So I'm just wondering your ideas on that. And again, with Rico Gathers, if he's gone for the year, like you said, we don't really know much what he can do over a season, but we won't have him at all to see for another year if he goes on IR. So that'd be kind of somewhat of a kind of holds back, hampers his progression slightly. I still think we can't let him go, can't let Jordan Lewis go, can't let any of these other guys that are kind of injured and not going to start the season go anywhere because they'll be picked up on waivers, and won't make our practice squad. But someone like Marquez White just might have just got himself a roster spot because of the injury of Duke Thomas and the other issues we're having with Lewis and the other rookie cornerbacks and the lack of depth we have there. But anyways, that's all I wanted to say, man. I love your channel. I've been watching it since, I don't know, months for sure, but I haven't really been on here till we started our channel, so I appreciate your information, man. I love it. And just, go ahead and discuss that a little more. I'll let you go open up your lines. And, hey, if anybody out there wants to subscribe, my Cowboys family, we do daily content, like pretty much what you do, just talk about the daily stuff that happened in Cowboys training camp and games. So
no
guys,
doubt, man. And where else can they find you,
thanks
man?
a lot.
Do you have a Twitter? Do you have an Instagram? Do you have a Skype page or a Facebook?
Yeah, we have Facebook. We have a Twitter page, not an Instagram yet, no Skype yet, but we just try to take it slowly. But yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, again, if I see people posting, definitely we'll do collaborations with you guys and Shango or whoever else is out there. Definitely do our live thing and try to keep up with all the updates and stuff as it trickles out throughout the day. And but yeah, I mean that's really all the stuff is on our page. You guys can check it out there. And yeah, man, just love what you bring to the table here with all your breakdowns and video stuff. I catch it on Facebook because I know you're having trouble putting it on here. But yeah, man, love it. So keep up the great work and go Cowboys.
10-4, man. I like what I hear from that. So you guys go out and support this man Page. He's all over the map with the Cowboys, and that's what I like to hear. They deliver some stuff daily. So you guys go out and support his page. Salute to him. And I thank him for joining into the nation. All right. So who else we have? We have the 469 coming up next. But I want to be able to tell you guys before I bring him on or her on, whoever it may be for the 469. I want to be able to tell you guys that this offensive attack brings and elevates the defense. So whatever we do with the running backs elevates this actual defense. Just keep that in mind. So please don't worry yourself with the actual quote unquote defense of the rookie guys out there. If we can run the ball and we control this offense and take time off the clock, then we're in the right direction. So let me see who we have. We have the 469. State how long you've been following the channel, what brought you here, and what's on your mind, your thoughts, and all that good stuff. 469 going once, twice. Sold to the nation. All right, salute to 469. Maybe you have me on mute or what have you. All right, so that's about it, man, as far as anybody who's calling in today. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to the Law Nation Network and joining into the channel. Let me see if I can put up this in the link so that you guys can have a way to watch the games via the quote-unquote YouTube. I do have a Law Nation Now 2.0 page that I want you guys to go in and follow and watch games from there. I'm going to put that link in the chat box in a few seconds so that you guys can stay in tune to the I'm gonna let 469 wait in the lobby whenever they decide to kick you in. But here you go. Follow that link right there. That takes you to the Cowboys 2.0 page, where I'm gonna try to post a game there. So if they flag it, it won't hurt nothing. You know what I mean? So I know that I get a lot of people saying I can only watch the game on YouTube. I don't have a Facebook page or even the Patreon. Those who like to support me on Patreon, you can go there and watch the game. But those who don't want to support the page and just want to watch the game for free, then just go to my Law Nation 2.0 page and you can watch the game there. Hey, the 469, I hear a little echo in there. Let me know if you're able to talk. Going once, going twice. 469. Excuse me. Well, yeah, so you guys feel free to go and follow Law Nation 2.0. I'm gonna try to post every game that I can post, and if not, the games will be for sure on Facebook. If not, then you can go to follow me on the Patreon. The link should be in the description box already. And I'm gonna take the thing to the chat box area. Mr. White, salute to you. Chris Money, that's a good name, man. Chris and Money, that goes together. Rico Briather will be our number 2 tight end. Yeah, he just got to learn the plays a little bit. My guy, Chilo66, salute to you, man. Twitter handle, let me see. It should be in the description box of all of my videos. Let me see if I can pull up one of my videos. It should be Law Nation, though. You put in Law Nations or Laws Nation with an S. That person just ran off. So if you go there, you'll be able to thank everybody for that's my other deal right there. So if you go there, you'll be able to follow me on Twitter. and tweet me or DM me or what have you. If you want to ask personal, private questions, you know, I get that a lot too as well. And some people put in requests there, you know, and they say, hey, somebody, I forgot their name, they said, take a look at number 66. He's going to be fantastic. I went to school with him and stuff like that. And here's my Twitter link right here. You know, there you go. The official Nada Twitter link. Like I said, I thank everybody for tuning in and to the Law Nations network and channel. And please hit that subscribe button. If you like the content, you can pluck the bell and get the content right then and there when I post. I don't have a time frame of posting yet, but when I get out to Dallas, I'm gonna try to post maybe Law Nation Live at 9 or Law Nation Live at 10. I might try to play with one of those hours, you know. But that's been my time, guys. Louis Neal, salute to you. Julius Williams, salute to my How About Them Cowboys. Emmanuel Edwards, salute to you. There, Lacey Sr., salute to you. That's been my time, guys. I really thank you guys for yours. And remember, and you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace.